Who's their starting small forward?
I got a little sip right here. Salute. Not yet, but it feels like it. Hurry up, Quad. What is good? Welcome to another FIFA Sessions here at Roast
Why it's
Sports
me?
Talk.
It's just me.
Bryce, Trost, Anwar, Jones. He is keeping them low.
He's trolling us all.
He is trolling us all.
Kawhi is keeping the volume down low.
He is. We are keeping. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My bad.
Make a decision, man.
Yeah.
Make a decision.
If you haven't been tuned in to what has been probably one of the craziest 48 hours in NBA free agency history, then you've missed a few things. But probably
I know nothing about my team.
You know plenty.
This is stressful,
bro. LeBron James still has AD and is already building components.
I'm legitimately stressed. I'm stressed. I've been finicky with my 5 minutes. I had to turn off my phone.
Answer me this: 48 hours ago.
I've never been on my phone for this long.
48 hours ago, were you not arguing with me about why you didn't want Kawhi?
48 hours ago,
jersey.
$3 billion didn't go off the table.
It's true.
Like everybody got signed. Like I would have been totally fine with getting D'Angelo Russell. I'm so mad that Willie Cauley-Stein just got signed for the minimum and we didn't snatch him up. I would have taken something like that. I would have taken Seth Curry for $8 million. I would have grabbed Kevon Looney out of from Golden State.
Yeah, the Lakers can't really do anything. They're pretty much treading water until Kawhi decides. But you gotta hold up. You gotta be feeling somewhat good. Only because
I'm nervous.
Has Perk not had a decent track record this free agency in terms of like?
What's up with Ricky Davis though? That's who I want to see. Ricky Davis from the Big Three said Kawhi was there like absolute right after his press conference and was like, right after the game he had a little powwow. One-on-one.
That's what it was, powwow?
I don't even know if it was powwow. I know it was because
gotcha.
Powwow is probably more. So
yeah,
it's one-on-one.
Usually they're passing around the chief, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's Ricky Davis.
Yeah.
It's funny. He's bald too. He looks funny.
Okay.
But he was saying like absolute Kawhi's on the Lakers like he'd already signed like he knew something.
Huh.
So like, but then and they keep on saying like Kawhi's in the lead. But if Kawhi is in the lead, if he's really gonna sign with us, what are we doing right now? What are the Lakers doing?
I mean,
like, because if he doesn't come, you just let everybody go.
Yeah. What do you expect? You had no other choice. You got to turn off the trainer.
I might need the trainer.
You do need the trainer.
But let's not talk about what.
You're not great at this. Sometimes.
Let's not talk about who hasn't been signed.
Yeah, let's talk about the actual moves.
We gotta talk about the frenzy, man.
It's been chaos. Where do you want to start? Can we start? Hold on.
I'm gonna say the team I like the most. But go ahead. Start where you want to start.
I have a preference, just because I feel like they've made the most moves.
Who's your?
I mean, it should be easy.
On three, I'm gonna say my team. You say your team.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Pelicans. Okay. Well, Philly.
Tell me why the Pelicans. Well, yeah, the Pelicans did a lot. Pelicans have, but I mean that's from draft.
In the words of Jalen Rose, Pelicans gonna fly.
I mean, yeah,
they gonna fly.
Did the Pelicans fly?
5 Dookies are on the roster now.
Come on.
5 Duke players are on the roster in the Pelicans.
That's why.
Look at the squad.
Beautiful. Pelicans. David Griffin is the GM of the year.
Again, they had the best free agency. David Griffin didn't even show up.
No. They got the best off season.
Okay, yeah. Off
free agency.
Period. Yeah,
free agency. They got
the draft lottery. You got Zion in the draft.
They got JJ Redick, which was a good pickup. For that squad, that's a good pickup.
And then from there, you go and get picked from LA and so many other
They also got Derek Favors. That's a great pickup.
Yeah.
To be a stretch big to put alongside Zion.
I'm telling you, New Orleans,
a veteran,
is the team I think you got. They won the offseason.
I got Philly.
They're
for free agency
Are we going to do a grading recap? For free agency?
Yeah, later on.
But I think New Orleans gets only A+.
It's not the offseason. No, because their draft and the trade that they made, I would say they're A+. As far as free agency, Philadelphia Philadelphia locking down Tobias Harris, even though they gave him a lot of money.
They gave him a lot of money.
They gave up a lot of assets for him. So that justifies you giving up those assets, and you get a young. He's still only 27. He's young. So you got him. You wanted Jimmy Butler, but you saved face and turned Jimmy Butler into Josh Richardson, who's basically going to guard every team's point guards. He's an all NBA caliber defender. He can play some backup point guard, which they're going to need, and he can knock down threes. Like, you got the perfect role player, and he's under a good contract too. He's only getting $9 million, so you got him on a good contract, and then you get Al Horford, who's insurance policy for oh my goodness. Yeah. He's an insurance policy for Joel Embiid. You don't have to play Joel Embiid as many minutes and wear him down. He's gonna stretch the floor. He's gonna stretch the floor for you. Be a stretch forward. Plays great defense. Gonna be a great leader. Like he's gonna cure that locker room. Like that's
we hope.
I think they're the favorites to come out of the reason why I think they won because I think they're the favorites to come out of the East right now. I think they solidified that team is huge. The smallest dude on the court is 6'6".
Yeah.
You're running 6'9", 6'11", 6'9".
So answer me this.
7'2" in Joel Embiid.
Is the Philly the team out of the East, even if Kawhi stays in Toronto?
I mean, Philly should have beat. They're a Kawhi bounce away from 3 bounces away.
Yeah.
From if it just bounced 3 times and went out like that, they got 4.
Yeah.
So
and it dropped.
And then they won a championship off like they.
So yeah. So my question is.
I think they were the favorite.
If
Philly should have won that.
So you're saying Philly's going to be the better team?
Philly was the better team in that series. If Joel Embiid just has like normal games instead of being sick every time he's before a playoff game, like what are you doing, man? Eat some salad, like he's having like mud butt before game 3. Like what are we talking about, Joel? Like eat a salad and do your thing, man.
Talking about Joel Embiid's mud butt. I
mean that's what happened.
We going there, yo. He needs to learn up on that vegan life. I'm telling you. Do
something, Joel.
He'll cut the pounds. I mean, that's basically what Draymond did. You want to see? Oh God, you're beating my ass right now.
So
slide over to Instagram. We're playing FIFA Live. It's what we do while we talk these things. Road City Sports Talk 503. And while you're at it, wherever you listen to. What's up?
Other team that
wherever you listen to podcasts, subscribe to Road City Sports Talk or FIFA Sessions. We're around.
Utah, man.
Utah did work.
Adding Conley, Bogdanovich on that squad. I think Derek Favors does hurt them a little bit because they don't really have like another good like backup big man.
Utah's top 4 in the West.
But he didn't like that. Yeah, they're definitely top 4.
Yeah.
That pairing between Gobert and Favors wasn't always like the best.
So wasn't favorable.
No. Yeah. But I think getting Bogdanovich's shooting and his defense and Mike Conley's leadership like that team is they're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be a real problem.
Yeah.
They could be. I mean. Not like right now they're looking like we used to have to wait for what LA's gonna do, but like you could put them as the number 1 in the West right now.
Oh, you're gonna say really?
You could, but the way that Golden State, who's also killing it,
you're disrespectful as fuck, bro. I'm not putting Utah over Portland, who just was in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
Utah
was a good team last year.
And in my mind, just strengthened our squad.
Portland could be, and this is why this is going to be so.
We look filthy.
This is why the West and this free agency, it's
about to be wild.
We keep on naming on wild because there's a valid argument for the fact that now Nurk doesn't have to rush back.
Nope, take your time.
You got Whiteside who can play some defense.
Yep.
Rebound.
Yep.
Score for you, and then you got Nasir Little who could be a sleeper pick. You got Kent Bazemore. Like you've improved your squad and you got rid of
Rodney. And kept
Rodney on a great deal.
On a great deal.
That's like one of the best bargain deals.
That's how you know he actually wanted to be in Portland and enjoyed playing here. Dude took probably a lot less money than he could have gotten, especially for how he showed out in the playoffs. On both sides,
I thought he was gonna,
both sides of the ball.
I thought he was gonna go for like at least like 10.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I am excited. I think the West, I think the Pacific Division is nuts.
Yeah.
Denver,
and
Portland,
Denver,
Utah,
with Michael Porter.
We haven't even talked about OKC because OKC didn't seem as relevant.
But you know what?
But they're still OKC.
And that little thread that we have, I was like, man, OKC's been quiet, but then they got Alex Burke and then they re-signed Nerlens Noel. Alex Burke, I mean, they got him on the minimum, so it's if he can stay healthy, he's been a solid player in his career. Maybe he can bounce back because they don't have a lot there. But if you're able to get, I still think the thing with OKC is what they're going to do with Steven Adams. Like there's been a lot of talk about him being traded. So I wonder what's going to happen with him.
I don't know why you would trade Steven
because they need more of a scoring type of big.
No, bro, they have Paul George and West.
They don't have enough scoring. I think Steven Adams. You need more of an offensive step.
The wings need to step up. Then that big man does enough. The dude's a beast.
But he doesn't score enough, and he wasn't. And you know what? Towards the end of the year, he wasn't really playing the same amount of D. He looked old. He looked slow. Like he wasn't the Steven Adams of before.
We did beat that ass.
I think they need to flip. I think they need to flip.
And it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
But another move that I liked was the Brogdon move.
Yeah.
And I like it for.
I don't like it for Milwaukee.
I didn't like it for Milwaukee, but I like that they did save face and get a they
got something.
Got a draft pick.
Yep.
So now you can trade. You can possibly trade that pick later on and get a role player in there to play alongside Giannis. So you can maybe retain value. You're not gonna get anywhere near the 50, 40, 90 guy that you just let go.
No.
It's questionable that
I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to recoup that type of production.
Me personally, I thought Brogdon.
Brogdon's my fit.
I thought Brogdon was more valuable to that team than Brook Lopez.
Yes. He was the second most valuable player on that squad. I'll cheers to that.
Love Brogdon's game because he was that secondary playmaker for them. Like he was the only other guy. I mean, Chris Middleton can play make too and score, but sometimes Middleton goes in those stretches.
Yeah, but Brogdon also
goes in the stretch where he just disappears.
Yeah,
and he got paid.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
he did.
I shouldn't be talking about you disappearing in stretches when you just signed a 5-year 190.
Legit.
100. When like.
Yeah.
He sometimes has been suspect, but I like Middleton's game. I think they took a step back, right now with the loss of Brogdon. We'll see what they do. They got Wes Matthews, who I like.
They did pick up Wes.
That's a good.
What up, Iron Man?
That's a good pickup.
Hey, if you ever want to come home, Rip City will take a shooter.
I thought he was going to come back.
We need a shooter.
That would have been. But you know what? y'all did him dirty though. So I don't think he.
And he got paid like a mother.
Y'all did him really dirty.
He got paid down there.
Because you didn't even call.
No.
Like you just. And then you.
And again, that's part of the reason why I just don't like. I didn't like
that
Neil.
off season left a sour taste in everybody.
Oh yeah, and that was Neil.
And now it's.
And now I'm all right with him.
They're all gone.
I'm all right with him. I'm good, man. Like, you know what? We're good.
Yo, take a cheers for the overpaid bench.
For real, it's gone. It's gone. 150 million. Gone.
Shout out to Myers Leonard and his wife who has a jumper.
Yeah.
But shout out to Myers Leonard for scoring that 25 in that first half.
Yep.
Against Golden State, because that's what got you traded.
Yep.
And got one of the biggest dominoes to land over there.
Oh, shoot the ball!
In the league, and that's Jimmy Butler.
Dude.
Getting Pat Riley being a magician with the stuff like Pat Riley has no cap space.
As much heat as I talked about Big White Baby, or also known as the massive Justin Bieber, or also known as
whole transition.
Let me ask you. He had a legit come up. with this trade.
We talk about Jimmy Butler, and we still talk about Myers Leonard.
Okay, we can talk about Jimmy. I was talking again. That was my transition, bro. What if it was my transition?
You should take a sip. I took the transition, and I had one. And
I was getting to Jimmy.
Myers
I was
Leonard
talking about how lucky Myers was
over Jimmy Butler.
God.
And I let them know about the trade because that Myers Leonard.
All right.
Mo Harkless got traded
Evan
there for us
Turner
on
is
our
gone.
side, and then you open up the door for you to get Jimmy Butler there in Miami, and Pat Riley doing his thing. How about Pat Riley though? How about
Pat Riley?
Is that not the perfect Jimmy Butler?
Is that not Pat Riley doing Pat Riley things? Yeah.
How do you do that?
He's like, I'm gonna sit on the low for a few years. I'm gonna retire one of my greatest, D Wade. You know.
That's why I want him to.
And then all of a sudden,
imagine if
Pat Riley's back to being Pat Riley. Just like move.
There's an article.
He's coming.
They wrote a dope article about Pat Riley and that
this was his Pat
and his love for wanting to come back to the Lakers and finish what he left off. And he has like a home there. All these people wanted to come back. So this was the perfect time. All Genie had to do was reach out.
That would have been dumb.
Coming back be an advisor and look at the.
Oh my bad.
Look at the type of savvy moves that he has. They didn't want to sign Whiteside to opt in, and he did. They didn't want Gordon Dragic to opt in, and he did. And now they still open up room to get Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
They got Tyler Hero, who I like. Yeah. Some guys, Summer League, you watch them, you're like, okay, those little doubts get erased. He could be. And I cracked up.
Tread lightly.
I was laughing when I heard this shit.
Take it with a grain of salt, people. What
I was laughing when I heard this.
Take it with a grain of
salt. But it doesn't look as laughable now. It's not going to be to this extent. It's going to be a poor man's. It's going to be a poor man's.
Okay.
Because you gotta throw that out.
Just throw it out.
But
there.
they said they were comparing.
Who's they?
They were like scouts and stuff, or like people would just talk about draft conversations and stuff like that.
Analysts and shit.
Analysts,
Got you.
They threw out Tyler Hero being
oh boy, the fact that
Devin Booker.
Oh geez.
And it's the ties with Devin Booker. We didn't know how good Devin Booker was.
No.
And he had this.
It took a couple years.
He had these playmaking abilities. All of a sudden, he's good in pick and roll. He's doing all this, and like, Coach Cal, why were you having him in this limited role?
Yeah.
We didn't know he was that good. And that's what Tyler Hero looks like. He looks like a much better playmaker than he was coming out of. You saw flashes of it, but it looks like he can really be that type of player. And his shot is
filthy.
Wet. It's just wet. Like, he looks savvy coming off pick and rolls. Like, I was impressed with him. So looks like they got a good steal with that. You get Jimmy Butler, like they coming. And then there's rumblings that they're trying to go hard after Bradley Beal. Like, they can make a move.
So we talked about New Orleans a little bit. We definitely talked about Brooklyn. Talked about Miami, talked about Portland a little bit.
We didn't talk about Brooklyn, and that is the craziest thing right there. And that's why you don't go to New York don't go to the Knicks. You don't go to the Knicks.
Knicks fan here.
Look how long this show has been. We've been talking, and we didn't even say anything about the Brooklyn Nets getting KD and Kyrie, which is clearly the number one get. That's
depending what happens with Kawhi. Depending what happens with Kawhi.
That's mind-boggling. Like, think about the buzz that would have created. But you know what? They said they didn't want it, and it makes sense for both of those guys why they did.
They're getting exactly what they wanted. They got the team they wanted.
You're in New York and you don't get the pressure.
Yep.
They don't have. Who cares?
Yep.
It's Brooklyn.
Yep.
Like, you don't have. There's no drought. This is all gravy. The Nets have already been to the finals. Kyrie's seen them go to the finals. A lot of people can't say the same for a lot of Knicks fans. Yeah, like, it's been the 70s since they won.
Yeah, what's that like? You get to offset it because you're a Lakers fan as well.
How bad? Let's talk about.
I mean, you're fortunate that it's funny that you picked the Lakers. and then you literally put the worst team on.
This is what we're gonna do.
What you want?
We're pivoting.
Where are we going?
Pivoting.
Where are we going?
Because New York and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We're just gonna talk about New York and Brooklyn on the next episode. Let's talk about some of the other, because we got 2 of these things. I've already kicked your ass on this one, so let's not dive too much into this. Go back.
All right. We can
circle back.
Yep.
Pivot. Rewind.
Yep.
Skirt. What do we got?
Turn this bitch around.
Turn it around. We gonna land back at. What's another good one? That another good team. Derrick Rose. I like Derrick Rose going to Detroit if he can stay healthy.
Derrick Rose playing with Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin.
7 years ago would have been amazing. 10 years ago would have been.
That's I was gonna say before all 3 of their injuries, endless injury sheets, would have been filthy. Now it just feels.
And they both have jumpers now. Imagine those guys, those type of athletes they were back in the day, if they had the jumpers that they have now.
God.
Like we would talk like. Derrick Rose would have been leading off the show on where Derrick Rose is.
Hell yeah, because Derrick Rose would have probably been like a 3-time MVP. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Derrick Rose. That's just one of the saddest things ever.
It is, man. Because I've been seeing
one of the if you ever and have not taken the time to watch a Derrick Rose greatest moments tape or video on
ridiculous.
Do it.
Oh, man,
go do it right now.
That little rap
after we're done. But
when they just keep on coming with all the videos, you're like, and they show them in high school.
Some of the most explosive plays you will see from a little man.
It's the most effortless explosion you'll ever see. Like, he takes one step and all of a sudden he's cocking back, reverse. Between the legs, like
beautiful.
What are you doing?
It was beautiful.
They showed him in high school. He took one step, spin around, and did a double pump reverse. It was just like how in the world? And then just casually walked away.
Is he still the youngest MVP of all time?
Yeah.
Steph didn't.
Giannis was
second youngest.
No. Giannis is second. Not his second. Is
24.
Steph was like 20. Was 27.
No, he ain't
26. Yeah, Steph is like 30.
I know. I thought he's 30.
He was like 26. He was probably like
25.
25.
It's because what? Westbrook, then Harden, then wait. Did Harden go back to back?
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Damn. Curry went back to back. He went back to back in I think 15 and 6.
Yeah, before Westbrook.
15 and 6.
Westbrook, Harden, and Giannis.
These years start to go like.
Yeah, we're getting old, bro. We're getting old.
Some of those MVPs, man, it was all blurred. It was all blurred, man. But it was a Golden State. It was a Golden State blur. 5 years in a row, they were there. 5 years. And like what they did.
Try being a real LeBron fan.
What
and
they
being
did
at the finals 8 years in a row with two different teams.
That's what we need to talk about too. We need to dive in deep about Golden State, Brooklyn. There.
Like, because Golden State took a hit,
but
did they ultimately take a hit?
That's why I want to talk. That's why I want to talk about, because that's crazy. And like what we should be talking about is Kawhi being ready. Like Kawhi, just Stein, please, man, just give us a decision, Kawhi. It's mean.
Here's the thing.
It's cruel.
It's only fitting.
It's cruel, man.
The now two-time champ, two-time finals MVP. Exactly.
We shouldn't care this much.
How much pressure and hate did everybody put on this man for sitting out an entire season? The laugh.
We made fun of the man's
playing, literally setting the bar for load management. In terms of it translated into championship and finals MVP.
I'm with Adam Silver with him saying that was a unique circumstance though, with the fact that
I'm just saying
he was coming back off that injury. We didn't know. Some people doubted when he was going to come.
No one really knew
when he was going to come. When he was going to come back. They are trying to acquiesce to all of his needs. So like, you don't want to play tonight? All right, Kawhi. They did everything. When you're having
and it worked out.
And it worked out. They won championship, and he's legendary. If he leaves, walks out the door, Toronto won't be mad. He can go back there. He's
still a legend.
He'll be come back as a hero.
Yeah.
Besides Jerry's Hall of Fame for it, and he goes and plays where he wants. And he's been on it. He's been a system player.
Standing O every time he comes home.
Standing O every time. He don't love
retired jersey.
He probably retired. Of course,
Okay,
retired.
okay.
Nobody's ever rocking the quad.
Statue.
Statue too.
Woo!
Why not?
Hit him with BC got a statue, right?
The statue with him like doing that. He already has his pose. Like that shit was legendary. That run is legendary.
Oh, you talking about the shot while he's waiting?
Yeah, like that. That whole run. What he did was legendary status to the point where there should be there shouldn't be anybody criticizing what he does.
Hell no, that's what I'm saying.
There shouldn't be like
we have to wait because we deserve.
I don't want to hear the narrative.
We deserve to wait.
And we're over the narrative
because we
look what we did to KD.
Yeah.
We killed KD.
Yeah. Yeah.
We killed KD.
Yep.
Because like we put all that pressure on him off a decision that he made just because he wanted to live his best life. Yep. Like Kawhi doesn't deserve that shit. Like he's past every bar. He was a system player, and he won a championship and Finals MVP, and then he became what? The lone star, the best player in the league, like legendary run, first a 1 year rental in another country. And just win a ring and drop the mic. Like it's the ultimate drop mic like efforts in all time.
He has to leave.
It's almost because more legendary if he leaves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a better story.
It's
I feel like if Kawhi actually leaves Toronto because
it's ridiculous. And then he goes over and takes over the world.
Conquered.
He goes look. He comes and takes over the world. The sold out concerts. They're gonna be sold out. They're gonna be sold out, and they're gonna want this encore.
Yeah.
With
all right.
over there in LA and get another Finals MVP.
Oh, shit.
Like that's the type of thing he's gonna do. It's gonna be legendary in LA in his prime. So you mean to tell me that LeBron leaves? He leaves after 3 years.
Yeah.
This is your team. You're 30 and you got Anthony Davis.
I don't think LeBron's done in 3 years.
Dog, you're aligning the rest of your career.
Yeah.
You're aligning the rest of your career with Anthony Davis. Forget the fact that you want to play with LeBron. I'm playing with AD for the next 10 years.
Who was also
How
in some
many
of those
championships
pickup games.
Is that not right there? Take LeBron out of the picture right now. Is this not Kobe and Shaq, the tame version? Like the quiet version.
I mean,
it's gonna be just a dominant
feel like
version.
a more cerebral version.
More cerebral
because he quiet. He'll sneak up on you and just end you.
It's the quiet storm, lightning Brown version. Lightning Brown.
We're out of control right now. We're out of control. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're definitely gonna talk more Rip City and a little bit more Laker Nation, and we gotta talk about how the Warriors basically. Does it balance out? Is it still the Warriors? Like they're an actual Western Conference threat still, legitimate. We're gonna talk about it. Slide over to RoastCitySportsTalk.com. Check out the past episodes. Subscribe to the podcast, and shout out to Chucky Buckets for them beats. We will be back in just a few minutes.
You got Kawhi with the claw, LeBron with the king and lion, and then you gotta have like a bro with.
You got a lion with a unibrow that has a claw?
Yeah, with a claw. Then you get somebody needs to draw that. Put it on a t-shirt.
Ridiculous.